Everyone's obsessed with getting rich, make more money, stack more cash. Chasing money without a purpose is the fastest way to stay empty. Not broke in your bank account, broke in your life, broke in your mind. You get the money and it means nothing. So you chase it harder, sacrifice more and stress more. And you're still hollow. The whole thing is backwards. Money isn't the goal. Money is the tool. And if you don't know what you're building, the tool is useless. Here's how it starts. You decide you want to get rich. Not rich so you can do something specific. Not rich so you can build something or create or free someone. Just rich. The number becomes the dream. 1 million, 10 million, whatever. And you start moving towards it. But the problem, when money is the goal, you never arrive. Because the goal keeps moving. You hit 100,000 and you want 1 million. You hit 1 million and you want 10 million. There's no finish line because you never define what winning actually looks like. You're just running fast, hard, and nowhere. And the worst part, the people who are best at this, the ones who are genuinely obsessed, who grind the hardest, who sacrifice the most, they're the ones who woke up one day with the money and realized they have no idea what they did it for. The obsession was the point. The chase was the identity. Take that away, and there's nothing left. Let's get something straight. Money is a tool. That's it. It's a hammer. It's a vehicle. It's a lever. It has no value on its own. Its value comes entirely from what you're using it to build. A hammer sitting on a box does nothing. Money sitting in an account with no purpose behind it does nothing either. It just sits there while you stress about protecting it, growing it and losing it eventually. Real wealth, the kind that actually changes your life, starts with the question most people never want to ask and are scared about. What am I building this for? Freedom? Then how much do I need to be free? And what does free actually look like for you? Impact? Then what are you trying to change and how does money accelerate that? A legacy? Then what are you leaving? And for who? When you answer that question first, money becomes simple. You know exactly how much you need. You know exactly where it goes. You stop chasing and start building. The tool has a job. And a tool with a job is infinitely more powerful than the tool with no purpose. Here's where it gets dangerous. When you have no purpose, the money fills the void with status. The car, the watch, the lifestyle. You start spending money to look rich instead of using money to get free. That's the trap. Because status is one infinite game. There's always someone with a bigger car, a better watch, a more impressive lifestyle. You can never win. You just keep spending to keep up. Meanwhile, the money that could have bought you freedom is gone. Spent on signals, spent on proving something to people who don't care. Spent on a version of rich that looks good on the outside, and it means nothing on the inside. The people who actually escape, the ones who build real wealth and real freedom, they don't play the status game. They use money quietly and deliberately. Every move has a purpose. Every investment serves the goal. They're not trying to look rich. They're trying to get free. A couple of years ago, I met a friend. I liked his lifestyle, and he was walking the same path as I was. So I started hanging out with him, trying to match his lifestyle with different luxuries, and stuff. And I usually didn't even think of what I was spending money on. I just knew that he was doing this for a purpose, so I could trust him, right? But he had a different lifestyle. Then was feeling like I was already who I wanted to be. I was feeling like a successful man from the outside, but inside I was just same as broke, even if not worse. But the reality was that I was pushing away by spending more than my budget allowed me to. So I started calculating and cutting spending to match my budget so I could move forward with my dreams. After a while, I understood that there always is gonna be someone with a better lifestyle than me and you. That doesn't mean I have to stay where I am. It means I have to take it slow and think about it. And most people spend their lives chasing a number they never defined and wondering why it never feels like enough, because they never asked the real question, not how do I get rich, but what am I getting rich for? Money is the tool. Purpose is the blueprint. Without the blueprint, you're just swinging a hammer at nothing. Figure out what you're building, then use the money to build it. That's the whole game. Everything else is just noise.